Alright everybody, welcome back to SkyLords. Ladies and gentlemen, check out what I have finished. Exterior wise anyway, looking pretty cool. I like it. Well, I don't know what I thought there, but you know, we are getting places. I'm also putting up a second one here today. You're trying to put up a windmill just to remind you. When we ended the last episode, we kind of found RF Windmill. It seems to be a wind generating mod. Now I did check it out in creative, and the reason why, by the way, the reason why it's interesting to us is because the Steampunk, to have a windmill to power our base would be awesome. So we're gonna take a closer look at that today. I did check it out in creative. Unfortunately, it's not very cool. It's not very grand. It's not very awesome. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, I'm gonna put up a windmill. Then if we have it for decoration or not, that doesn't really matter. So what do you think about this height? Pretty good, I think. Pretty good, I say. So this island then would kind of act as our power and workshop island, and then the next island we build I think should be for Tomcraft. Yeah, that's looking pretty good, but I don't want to spend too much time on camera building today because we did that last episode. Just want to go through, just want to say hi, how are you doing? I'm gonna raise you by 1 block and take away you. Yes. I hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. I am very good. Thank you for asking. Still feel, I mentioned this in the last episode as well, I still feel that I have a cold incoming, which totally sucks because yeah, I'm on vacation and I don't want to have sicknesses during vacation. I don't want to have sicknesses any day for that matter, but anyway, so I just wanted to tune in. Today I think what I want to do, I've prepared a little bit of AE stuff. I want to put up an AE network over here, and the spawn base I eventually want to move all the storage to over here, but the way I'm thinking is instead of moving everything at one go, is this good? Is that a good height? If we would come now, let's just try and map something out. We would come like this, put some kind of weird looking rotor thing like that, and then I've never built a windmill ever before, by the way. This is premier windmill building right here today. Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent height. What I'm looking for here is how deep the Sky Island is, right? And I'm trying to match it. Yeah, I think that's actually gorgeous. I think that height is very good. Now, then the roof of this bad boy would come here, right? And that would probably, let's just see. Let's just get a little bit of this done. I was so proud of myself in the last episode, by the way, that I managed to do the roof on Camry. But then I realized it's probably one of the easiest roof designs ever. I just go 2 stairs, then 1 full block up, then a stair, full block up, boom, 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 and that's how we do. But I think that could be pretty cool. I think that could be pretty cool indeed. So anyway, let me get this building up. I'm going to be crafting the RF tool stuff that we're going to need as well. And what else do I want to do today? I want to get the ME up and running. I want to check out the RF tool, no, the RF windmill thing. And you know what? I want to get a path going here and maybe a little bit of a foliage. Sounds cool? I raised the ground here just temporarily with dirt just to get a little bit of height difference because obviously, and quite a few of you have been saying this in the comments as well, we are going to terraform this. What did you think? Did you think I'm going to leave it like this? There's also another problem that we have to attend to today that many of you have been worried about, and that is the fact that we cannot grow anything on this topiary grass. And I may have a solution. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. Oh, I show you one last thing. I want to show you how I did. Yeah, I did it up there. I think this is actually pretty gorgeous. If we go make some flabity of these, The way I want to do the floors for these out-hanging parts is by using slabs. Because then when you walk underneath it, it kind of looks interesting. Imagine that when we have light in there, we're going to get like that Minecraft light glitch poking through. And I think that's going to look really cool. As for this building, you know what I'm thinking as well. I know I'm just pushing it here now. But I'm thinking... Yes, I'm thinking we have something on this side as well to make it even more interesting. Interesting. Yes, something like that. You see how I mean with the boxes, right? Really cool method of thinking of things. So we come with this here. That's actually perfect. You come over across. And if you were wondering why I have a lot of trees here in the last episode, it's just because I'm cutting them down manually and I can't bone meal these trees, you know, so I have to wait for them and watering can them. That's pretty good, I think. What do you say? We take this, we do this. Yeah? You feeling it? Yes. It's so cool when you get different heights and levels and things. It adds so much to a plain building. Any building, but specifically these. Then we come like that. Maybe we even go like so, right? Minor change to the design suggested by you guys is the overlaying bars. These. I saw a comment about make them half slab size, and yes, you are right. So here's what we do. You ready? We bring over this like a so. Okay? We do the same here. Oh, this is completely wrong. We take away you, and I'm gonna make sure I fill in every block so that I don't end up having like when I go inside, which is by the way gonna be a super interesting thing. When I go inside, all of a sudden there are holes and weird things. I haven't thought for a second about the interior design and decoration, hello tree, of this build yet. And a little bit nervous about it as well, if I'm honest with you. But it's gonna be fine, okay? I see I'm not done there with that tree. With that home. No, with that thingamajiggy? Yes. Now the question on this build here is, do I do another one of these on the other side over here, or do I just leave it plain? Maybe I do something else there. Oh yes, I know. I'm gonna do a balcony right here. Comes a balcony. That's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fantastic, I tell you. So we make it the same size, but we make it open. That's gonna be interesting. Alright, things are looking pretty gorgeous with this windmill, if I do say so myself. For fence, you can't make fence out of great wood, and unfortunately extra utility, it doesn't support micro parts, so I had to build some fences from something else. And I did it from smooth blackstone, and that probably works. Although I don't think I want these here. Nope. That's too heavy. Too heavy, but we got a little bit of a balcony. Check out what else I did. I did a little bit of a thing sticking out of the roof there. May want to lower that thing one so that it's flush with the roof. But I'm not going to worry about it right now. Check it out. It's looking pretty snazzy. It's gorgeous. It's nice. I like it. I approve. I approve right here, right now. Now, let's try to make this. I am very scared. I've been looking at some screenshots for windmills, and I think I'm gonna use wool for the kind of cloth thing that's in the thing. And then a lot of people seem to use wood. Maybe we go with these for the wooden part that holds it up. I want a little bit more character than that, so maybe we go... Yeah, because this here is going to be the rotor, right? So we have to do something like that there, I think. Would make sense. Can I bend this? I saw some screenshots of people doing this just beautifully. Looked cool. That looks terrible though, holy cow. What happens if I do this? It's gonna get pretty thick, but you know what? I think that's pretty cool. I don't mind it. Nope. That's just terrible. Yeah, now the question is, so the other side of the wool would be here, I assume, right? I don't know. I have no idea. And what did I do? This, 2 layers, pretty thick. How many of these? Let's do this first. I think they're uneven at the moment, so we go with you. And lastly there. It looks decent, okay? It looks decent. I've been looking at this now for a long time. No, for a little while, and it looks decent. Yes, it doesn't stick out enough though, I think, from the background. So I got some light gray. That may actually do the trick. Maybe we just do one of these layers to light gray. But I'm not going to worry too much about this today, because I feel already I'm going to drive myself cray, as Rendog says, if I continue with this. I want to see what you guys say. Maybe you have a fantastic idea for how to make this. What is this called? The blade? That actually looks much better, I think. Can I make half slabs? Can I make wool slabs? I can. From Tinkers. Okay. No, I'm not going to touch it more today. I have to stop myself, okay? Alright, I'm going to be stuck otherwise, okay? Please understand. There's something wrong here. But that's fine. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, we agree. We agree that it looks pretty cool. I'm going to do that. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Okay, now we move on. OCD anyone? So the next thing, I want to show you how this Enderium or RF mill windmill thingamajiggy works. And what I was planning to do originally. Where is my chest? I have a workmanship chest down here. Yes, what I was planning to do originally was to use this as kind of our windmill, but then when I saw how it looked, it's pretty bad, okay? It's pretty bad. I have an energy cell here with a tesseract. Hello. With a tesseract behind it, and that didn't work because our base isn't chunk loaded. So we definitely need to generate power here somehow, but I don't think this is going to be enough. It's pretty terrible. But if I were to, for example, pick you up, put the resident flux windmill thingamajiggy there, this is the top tier, then what you do is just put that there, and that should start spinning. Here, can I plop you like that? Yes, I can. Okay, let's do this then. Maybe it needs to come out one. I got this working in creative, I swear. That's strange. I'm at high Y level. Don't know if it matters, but with some of these mods it does. Let's just try and put it down here. The build I tried in creative was just, I did this. Boop, 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 boop. And then I placed you and you. Aha! So if I place a block there. That's strange that it doesn't work up there. But to my point anyway, as you can see, this kind of looks... first of all, it looks too high-techy. Secondly, it looks like ridiculous in comparison to that. You saw it didn't even wanna spin next to that bad boy up there. But the RF that it generates, it's not bad. It looks like maybe 200 a tick. I'm not sure. And you can't put this there because then you stop it for some reason. You have to put it like there and then do a conduit in between. No, that didn't work either. Jeez, I'm really getting a cold. I had to sneeze there. Okay, here's what you have to do. You have to run some cable and then do that for some reason. It's not terrible, but it's not superbly good either. I really don't understand you. Windmill, rotor name, thingamajiggy. Look how slow it is now running. That's a little bit weird. I played around with this a little bit. I tried putting it down here. Spun as slowly, then I put it over here, and now it's this quick. And then that's where we just had it. Over here it's quicker. I don't know if it's like dependent on how open it is or the way it's facing. Oh, it may be the way it's facing. That would be kind of cool if they've created some kind of wind in Minecraft, actual wind. Nope. Well, I guess that would be blocked by that building. If I put you over here then. You're quick there. You're quick there. That's cool. I think that's it, guys. I think if I would put it here. Yeah, look at that. Cool. Okay. So you kind of need some space behind it, right? So the idea, I don't know if I said that on camera, but the one idea I had was that we could use this still and we could put it underneath here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Looks terrible though. I think maybe we just skip this whole thing. I want to see what you guys say, so I'm not going to bother too much about it today. Instead, I've already started with a little bit of other stuff. I put up our A system here. Don't know how to power it though. But got a terminal here. Got the ME controller down here. Oh, did I crashed the server. Okay. No, we're back. Okay. It didn't crash. I just reconnected. It worked. Yeah, I may just put up a chunk loader in our base. It's going to drain a lot of power though. But I just need a little bit of power, a little bit of juice over here to be able to run our A system. So I put that up and I started with the roads. Yes, the roads. Did I say we're gonna get technical today? I did, didn't I? But roads are more fun. Much more fun. So I've already mapped out over here. I kind of want to do the bridge and the next island somewhere in the future. So let's see. Do I have enough stone? I'm gonna have to fill you in. Boom. And I'm gonna go with pretty much my regular gravel roads with a twist, that being a little bit of cobble, a little bit of smooth stone in them, and I think it's gonna look gorgeous. So we do that, and then maybe here and go like that, a little bit of a center. Oh wow, that is super straight. How on earth did I manage to do it that straight? That got worse, didn't it? Sometimes things are just acting up. Okay, fine. That's good. Okay, that's good. We could also go with dirt roads. That could be another option. But for now, I think we're gonna stick with gravel. We're gonna try that out. Then, of course, we need to do a little bit of terraforming. But the main thing that we need to reconsider is how are we on Earth gonna grow things? And you guys have been saying this. How are we going to grow things on this topiary grass? Well, we can't. I don't think. I'm going to try one thing here, though. If I do this... Oh, crap. I don't have any iron. I wanted to... what I wanted to try was if I could plant already chopped down grass on this. But I'm pretty sure I cannot do that. Let's put you away, you away, you away, you. Good. Clear out some space. But the other option we have is... exchanging it for regular grass. What? Regular grass, you say? But didn't you make this whole thing topiary because regular grass will spawn mobs? Oh yes, I did. That is true. However, I have a magnite torch, or a few magnite torches placed down on this island now. I wonder if they will stop neutral mobs because, you know, they ain't really neutral. It's a long shot, sure, but they ain't really neutral, so... that may be a thing, and I want to try it out at least. I want to make a little patch of grass, like over there, and see if I get spawns while I work here. Because if that works, like if it blocks them, then we're definitely changing out this whole topiary grass for regular grass. If it doesn't, we have to come up with something else, unfortunately. But I do a little bit of this. I gotta do this stuff off camera, because I'm gonna be back and forth doing things. A little bit of that, and then we come with a little bit of terraforming, like this maybe, just to give you an idea of what I'm thinking. Maybe we have a little mound here. I want it rather flat on this island though. Don't think I want to do a mountain. A mountain would be kind of cool though. What else? We're gonna need some lights. So I'm thinking like we try and make some fancy looking light posts. Could be cool. Something like that. Yeah. Anyway, I do this grind now, and I'll come back to you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, check it out. That is pretty gorgeous so far. May not seem as much actually now that I see it. It's like, I ain't done nothing. I ain't done nothing. These trees aren't actually part of it, but now that I see them, I kind of like them. They could be cool to keep. They may be keepers. Check this out. I made a custom tree. Right here. This may actually be a little bit too much for me. Maybe we do this. Boom. I don't know. I added some stones as well. Did a little bit of leaf work. But most importantly, I changed out all the topiary grass for regular grass. And yeah, so we got a little bit of a problem, you see. These bad boys, they spawn here. Check this guy out. Hi, cow. How's it hanging? But never to fear. I think I have a solution for that we can work on sometime in the future. Oh, wow. Is it loud? Maybe I just have my headphones all the way up. I think I dug down a little bit here. Is this too dark? Boop. I dug down a little bit here and I'm thinking somewhere around here we could just hide. You know what? We could just put a lot of mobs there. A lot of passive mobs, because that will block other mobs from spawning, because there's only so many mobs that can spawn in certain chunks, right? So if we spam it with like 10 cows or 10 sheep or whatever, we could even make like an underground like farm area. Then we'll be fine. There won't be anything spawning here. Let me know what you think about this brilliant idea of mine. But yeah, it's coming together. I gotta show you the side here I'm pretty proud of when working with. Nope, wrong side. That was completely empty. But check this out though. Aha! Look at me adding a lot of vines, or not vines, but leaves. You see, this works, right? I think that looks gorgeous, to be honest with you. I think it's absolutely fantastically looking. Now, lights. I was talking about lights just before I cut, if I don't remember wrongly. And there are some really pretty lanterns. We have the Bibliocraft ones. These we can actually craft. That may be an option. Then we have the Jack-o'-lantern, we have the Sea Lantern from Botania, but what I really want to have are these custom NPC lamps. Unfortunately, Jaded haven't added a recipe for them, so let's sheet a few of these in, shall we? I mean, it's not that we can't afford them, it's just that she have banned them or not made a recipe for them. And I kind of want to run this through you guys. Do you think we should do this? Because these lamps are absolutely gorgeous. They're not going to be game-changing. They're simply going to be beautiful. Let's try and make together, you and I, right now, a lamp post. Maybe over here. Nope. I know we did this just before I cut, but I've actually been struggling with this, and I didn't want to do anything without you guys. But check out how those lamps just sits. That's actually pretty terrible. Right there. They may actually not be good. How do I break them? Axe. Okay. Can I hang these? Oh. Oh, you gotta say, hello, you sit on the grass, do you? I hope that you guys vote that we keep these, that we get to sheet these in just for decor. I don't think the other guys will mind, but we can make some really gorgeous things with them. Axe it was. Come on now, break. Thank you. And we can also design some kind of lamp posts for them. I think I'm gonna need some fences though. Maybe for now, since this is 1.7 Minecraft, let's just do the regular old boring oaky fancy. And then I can go ahead and microblock the rest later. I just want to see how these sits. Do they connect? In a way they connect, but in a very terribly way they don't connect. It's pretty bad. What if we take it and we plant it on like that? That's cool. I like that more than sit around, you know? I'll figure something out. I'm not gonna overcommit to these though before I know what you guys think, okay? Ah, geez, had to sneeze again. This flu thing is getting worse. It's getting terrible. I don't want to get sick. Please don't get sick. But overall, I've done a little bit of landscaping as well. Something that you may not notice, but that's a good thing. I was thinking to wrap this up What about having a water pond over here? Just do a little bit like this. There was some suggestions and some comments that we definitely need to incorporate floating water down from the thing. And I love that. I think that's a really good idea. So let's do that here as well. So let's see. I've got 2 of these. That should make me a water source block if I'm not completely noobing out. Nope, that's fine. Yeah, something like that. We could do some sugar canes had I had any. We could do some sugar canes around here. For now, we do regular grass. Get out of here, stupid yellow flower. Another decor item that we're definitely going to place here, and I think you guys will agree, is the floating flowers from Botania. Right? I think, was it Jen? Can I remember your name for once? Dear viewer, I think it was Jen that suggested it. And I absolutely love that idea. I love that idea so much. If I misremembered the name, I beg your pardon, okay? I got a very terrible memory. You know what we could even do? We could even come with a little bit of fence action. Action-I. Like so. Aha. You see what I see? Just a little bit to mix it up a little bit. We could do a parking bench and stuff like that. Which brings me to that custom NPC have barrels. They have everything that I want to decorate the lands with. And if you allow me, I will sheet these things in. Could also add them as recipes, but I don't want to mess up. JadedCat's recipes because you can add them through custom NPCs actually. But check this out. Are we still in sheep mode? We aren't. Let me change that. I want to show you something super cool. These signs are awesome. Okay, sheeting 64 of those. We could, for example, hang one. Yeah, not like that. Hero pig, get out of my face. 10 seconds to take an item and do things. Yes, we could do something like that. Or if this were to be... What is this? Is this the workshop? Yes. Yes, this is the workshop. Good that I remember things. So if it's the workshop, we could do like a pickaxe maybe? Let's try that. Oh, we can't do these pickaxes. But you know what I mean. You get the point, okay? You get the point. Wait, can I... quickly grab my crescent hammer. Stupid inventory. Nah, I'm too late. We're gonna try one more time. One more time. There we go. And then boom. Yes. You see what I'm thinking here? That could be really, really gorgeous if we have a lot of buildings. So please let me know. Am I allowed to use the custom NPC things? But ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for today's episode. With this beautiful, gorgeous sunset, we're gonna end it. I hope that you guys have enjoyed. I've had super much fun decorating this island so far. I'll continue off camera. I'll continue, hopefully have a little bit more till next time. I'm planning on actually building up the next island here. That's a grindy process, I tell you. But once we start having that, we'll really see this thing come together. Look at how gorgeous that is. Oh, it's looking fantastic. And we're not even done. Not even halfway, baby. We need to decorate the houses and all that. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Talk with me in the comments. And I'll see you in the next episode.